Sometimes the biggest ideas are hidden in the smallest places. Today, we're going to go on a little treasure hunt, but our map is just one single everyday word. Ready? Let's get into it. All right, so let me ask you something. How would you feel if I told you that you could explain, well, pretty much anything with just 850 words? Yeah, 850. Sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? But trust me, the story behind this is absolutely fascinating. Okay, so to crack this puzzle, we need a key. And our key for today is this word right here, property. I know, it seems super ordinary, right? We've probably said it a million times. But this little word, it's holding a pretty big secret, a secret that's going to solve our whole 850-word mystery. So let's start simple. The Simple English Wiktionary tells us that property is a noun, and it's got two main jobs, two core meanings. And it's right there in those two definitions that we start to see where its secret power comes from. Right. Two clear meanings. Let's see how this one word can pull double duty. Okay, so think of this word as having a split personality. On one side, you've got ownership. Pretty straightforward. A thing or things that belong to someone. Your house, your phone, that's your property. But then on the other side, you've got quality. This is totally different. It's about what something is like, a characteristic it has. It's amazing, right? Two completely different ideas all bundled up in one little word. Here's a perfect example of that first meaning. This house is now my property. I finished paying for it. Boom. Simple, direct. You're talking about ownership. It's yours. End of story. All right, now let's flip to the other side. One good property of this coat is that it keeps rain out. See, we're not talking about who owns the coat. We're talking about what the coat does, one of its features. Its water resistance is one of its properties. It's just so flexible. Okay, so property is a super useful, flexible word. We get it. But that's not the big secret I mentioned earlier. Not even close. The real kicker is that this word didn't just randomly end up being so useful. Oh no, it was chosen. It was handpicked. And that's the big question, isn't it? Chosen for what? I mean, who goes around hand-picking words, and why pick property? Well, this is where the whole thing starts to click into place. Turns out, it was chosen for a very exclusive club, an 850-word club to be exact. And there it is, the big reveal. The Simple English Wiktionary tells us, property is on the basic English 850 list. So this isn't just some random useful word. It was specifically selected, curated even, to be part of a special system. Let that number sink in for a second. 850. The average adult who speaks English knows, 30,000 words, maybe more? So to build a whole system of communication on just 850 words, wow, that means every single word on that list has to be an absolute powerhouse. It has to do a ton of heavy lifting. And that really gets us to the heart of the matter, the power of simplicity. I mean, why would you even want to limit yourself to so few words? What's the big idea? Well, that big idea is something called Basic English. It was put together way back in the 1930s. The goal was to create a super simple version of English for international use, something anyone could learn fast. And to do that, they had to choose their 850 words very, very carefully. They needed words like property that could do double duty, right? Words that could cover a bunch of different ideas like ownership and quality all by themselves. It's genius, really. So the whole point of this was just clarity, pure and simple. It's all about cutting through the noise, stripping away all the complicated jargon, and just getting straight to the point. It's proof that you don't need a giant vocabulary to share big ideas. You just need the right words. So that leaves us with a pretty cool question to chew on, doesn't it? We used property to unlock this whole idea today. But think about it. What other simple, everyday words are you using that are secretly doing the work of 2 or 3 or even more? They're out there, these little linguistic powerhouses, hiding in plain sight. Makes you think, right?